about time, and I'm a little excited about all of these. So, what are you boys nerding out about?
Nothing.
Well, I would say I gotta for the young ones out there. When I say this phrase, it is a pop culture reference. I know Kurt's going to get.
Oh no!
Turning
Japanese.
Joe get it. Do you think so? I really think so.
I don't think we can do that anymore.
YouTube it, people. I don't know. But here, the reason I say that is at the beginning of this year, I decided to challenge myself just to do something different. And I have tried to learn some foreign languages in the past, and ultimately almost got back into German. I was like, you know what? I'm really resonating with anime. I'm loving all the culture that surrounds anime. And you know what? If I'm going to jump into a language, let me see how Japanese works for me. And some days I do a lesson to keep that touchstone going. They try to challenge you with streaks and this, and I like Duolingo. That's what
I was going to say.
before.
Which program are you using? Duolingo.
I'm using the free one right now, and I'm hesitant to pay for it, not because of Duolingo, because of me. Because I know even with the German, I probably did about 5 months of it and then just let it go. Hobby, right? I walked away from it. I'm picking up Japanese a lot faster than I thought I would. So definitely 2 years away from fluency of understanding. But I am very much enjoying it. I have the ears for it. Like, I don't know if you've used Duolingo, but they give you different kudos on things, and they hit me with the audio ones all the time, and the audio 100% perfect. Like I could hear, because it's almost like music to me, the way that the sounds flow. They're great. Sure. I hate grammar. I struggled through English grammar class in college. I'm understanding Japanese. I know, right? But I 100% get the Japanese grammar. It makes all the sense in the world to me. It's like, well, of course, des is on the end, and this is, it's. Yeah, wow. I love that I finally learned out what "wa" was. Every time I hear "wa" and instead it's like, what is it? It's a thing. It's fun. But yeah, I'm working on Japanese and of course enjoying anime.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, you gotta say what it is.
It's hard to explain without it being in front of me. But
so what he's saying is he doesn't remember it, he doesn't know.
No,
right.
So
you can just combine two of them and then it's a store.
It's
Wawa.
Oh, you're stupid. It's
no.
kind of like
what
a
you mean
preposition.
is baka.
What is funny is I made a little mention of this in our Discord, which, by the way, this year, without intent, I've just been more active in our Discord, which I'm happy with. I hope you.
It was a pretty low bar.
It really was. But I'd say at least once a week I'm in there saying something. By mention, it's like, hey, I think I might start learning Japanese. Joe, I forget what you said, or you showed your Duolingo or something where you've been learning it, and then what civilian? Was it civilian? Somebody jumped in and literally just typed out a whole phrase in Japanese, like show offs.
Yeah, it was civilian.
Was it civilian?
Mm-hmm.
But I will just say, because you get to do verbal back, I found myself going, holy crap, I'm actually speaking Japanese and understand. It's simple stuff like water and pizza and sushi and introducing yourself and those kind of things. And I already knew what konnichiwa was, that was easy, but there's just having it flow. I'm just, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I got 2 friends on there now. Are you on Duolingo, Joe?
I have Duolingo, but I haven't done a lesson in quite some time.
So I was just going to be a friend with you if you're active. It's fine.
So I will reach out to you. So I've been thinking about doing Duolingo to learn French.
I like their system.
I keep seeing that a lot of people are having success with it and are liking the system. It looks like there might be a little bit of a gamification aspect of things.
There's a little bit, yeah.
which is right up my alley. That helps me. So, yeah, if I think I will install it. I've been really toying with it lately for like the last 2 or 3 weeks. So,
I don't know if you'll see this. So I put the widget on my phone, and right now he's all flat and bored saying, "You haven't done your training today." Yeah, they put funny graphics. They put it's.
And did you see there was quite a few people dressed up as the owl at DragonCon?
Yeah,
telling you to keep your streak alive.
Yeah, right at the Super Bowl, they did a social media thing where they launched said like, "Did you know the Duolingo owl died because you didn't get in there and finish your streak today?" or something like that. It was a cultural thing, but yeah. I know there's Rosetta Stone. I know there's a bunch of others.
There's a bunch of them, yeah.
But I really enjoy Duolingo because of how they build the system and how it's a bunch of different voices. Like they'll put different avatars up with different voices, so you hear it in different ways.
If you decide to pay for it, what's the cost structure looking like?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. I'll look it up while you guys talk about your nerding outs and come back to that for you.
So Mistborn Era 2, didn't you already bring up Brandon Sanderson at one point?
Several times.
Yeah.
I do like
Wait,
his
have
work.
you heard about Joe's Lord and Savior Brandon Sanderson?
Yeah, exactly.
So a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned Alloy of Law specifically. That's the first book in the Mistborn Era 2 series. In the last couple of weeks, I finished the next 3 books of it. Very good. Very, very good. He does such a good job of keeping you guessing to the point where when it's the obvious thing, you're like, is it really though?
Right.
And so there's times where it's just the completely obvious answer, but you're still second guessing yourself because that's
I think he's screwing with me.
Yeah, exactly. And so but no, he closed it off really well while leaving it open for an Era 3 but I'm guessing that Era 3 will largely include the rest of his Cosmere, because especially the last couple of books talked quite a bit about other planets, and the last book especially talked about some of the different abilities of people on other planets. Okay. And so the story in and of itself was really good, but I am excited to see, and I hope some of these characters come back for some of the integrated ones with the rest of the Cosmere. And to be honest, I haven't read a lot of his books outside of Mistborn that are in the Cosmere.
Okay.
So I've read Tress of the Emerald Sea, but it's in the Cosmere, but it doesn't really have any references to other parts of the Cosmere.
Yep.
What I need to get into is Way of Kings, which is one of his newer ones. But he is a fantastic storyteller. He really, really is.
I think the only way I'm going to be able to consume any of his stuff is if I do audiobooks. I just because I'm literally most of my reading at this point is nonfiction. Just because I'm trying to, like this year, I said I was trying to get my finances under control, and so I'm just reading some books to try to get me focused properly. This is the current book that I'm reading.
You are a bad at making money.
Yep. And so there's a series of 4 books by that same author, all with that theme. Okay. And so that's where most of my reading is being done. But I keep hearing nothing but great things about Brandon Sanderson. So
well, and the nice thing about audiobooks is you can listen to them while you're on the go.
Yes.
Especially Well, I mean, that's the great thing about podcasting too, is that you can listen to it while you're doing other things. And so I'll be, working on dishes or working on dinner or other things that aren't occupying my time or occupying my mind, but just occupying my hands.
Yep.
And so,
that's where I listen to so many podcasts at this point, just because of that. Like, if I'm a short time in the car, I'm listening to at least a partial episode, or if I'm cooking or whatever. Yeah, all of that. So,
a couple weeks back, I got into a new podcast and just devoured it while driving. And so, because last week I talked about our trip to Wonderworks.
Yep.
Which is about a 2.5 hour drive, and so I started a new podcast on the leg up, and so I got like 10 or 12 episodes deep by the time the driving from the day was done. And it's a great medium.
yeah. A couple of years ago, when my wife and I were driving from Florida back to New Hampshire, I said, I've heard about this serial podcast, and let's take a listen to it. We finished the entire season of that podcast except for the last episode. And for people who don't remember, it took the world by storm, because it was like, in true media fashion, they said, "Oh, it's bringing podcasts to the masses," which was nonsense. But it was about this kind of unsolved murder case, and somebody was convicted, but there was some question about whether or not they actually did it.
Okay.
And they went through the whole story, and they did their own investigation. And at the end, you're going, "Ooh, I don't know, maybe." And then it tore my heart out, because the final episode, and I don't care if you've not listened to it, because the final episode, they said, "So we're not really sure whether he did it or not."
How do we go from Brandon Sanderson to serial?
Because we moved into audiobooks, then into podcasts. The stream of consciousness is a class 5 rapid. You got to keep up, man.
It's very much a rabbit hole, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. So I heard you're nerding out about Daredevil.
Yeah. So
few days
Daredevil Born Again starts on March 3rd, and I cannot wait.
Are you rewatching the old stuff?
I am going to binge it this weekend.
Well, because it's supposed to be connected, right?
It is.
Yeah. So I watched it all, but my wife didn't. It was in the Breaking the Panel days. So I think we'll try to get her to binge it, so then we can watch the Disney one together.
Yeah.
So it is officially connected, and not like this is a different universe. So we can use the same actors, but we're not obligated to.
So they've basically said that Daredevil is canon, like the old Netflix
because
one
Matt showed up in Spider-Man.
Right, there's that too, and She-Hulk. And
She-Hulk,
So what's not clear yet is whether or not they're going to bring the rest of the characters in the MCU, Netflix MCU, over yet, but they're leaning towards it.
Yeah, because I heard someone did an interview where they're considering bringing like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and Iron Fist.
Yeah,
and didn't I mess up his name? Mahershala Ali, didn't he leave the
Mahershala Ali? Did he leave Blade? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I don't know that I've heard that yet. But
I hadn't heard that.
But if he did leave Blade, I think that would probably be a good thing. Because
you can't connect the universes if he doesn't, because he was the big bad.
But they killed him off. It'll be fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you're connecting Daredevil and that universe into the MCU,
it's not the first time that they've used the same actor for different roles. It'll be fine.
Well, it's not going to be the last because of Robert Downey Jr.
But that is definitively a separate universe,
an alternate universe. Tony.
Yeah. So, maybe we don't know yet.
We don't
know yet. The comics have done that, but it's all a weird thing. So, the the interesting thing to me is if they decide to bring those characters over, and I think they will. I think they will because of the reception that they've gotten so far. I think Daredevil is how that happens. If Daredevil is a success, I have no reason to believe it won't be. Then I think those characters come over if they want to. Like
now that it's Disney Marvel proper, not Netflix.
If the actors want to reprise those roles, they will have the opportunity. John Bernthal, Punisher, he's going to be in Daredevil.
Yeah,
that doesn't surprise me.
No, because he was great.
His Punisher was very good. If you had to rank the 4 for strength wise, how would you rank them?
Wait, no. You're talking about the Punishers.
No. The different series: Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist. If you had to rank, what's
Punisher.
the 5th one?
Punisher.
He didn't get his.
Yeah,
he did. You're right. He did. I completely forgot.
Well, and you have to include the Defenders as well. But
but that's just crossover stuff.
So,
Daredevil #1.
See,
I'd give Daredevil #1 too.
So,
and then probably Punisher.
You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. No. So you guys are forgetting how good Jessica Jones was.
No, I'm not. It was good.
I'd probably put it number 3. Oh,
I put Luke Cage.
See, I'd put Luke Cage #4 and Iron Fist 5.
I think everybody puts Iron Fist 5.
And to be honest, I don't think
it was rushed, right? It was rushed. Yes, it was not good.
I don't think it was the actors per se.
No,
I heard a lot of behind the scenes stuff where the choreography was being practiced like the day before they were shooting it. Like, and
it came off of Game of Thrones and had like 4 or 6 weeks to get ready for, and that's just not enough time to get ready for that kind of TV show.
Yeah.
Because even Iron Fist 2.0, which was Luke Cage season 2, halfway through, it was better. That was a better representation.
It was better. It was better. That first season of Iron Fist should never have happened. It was Danny Rand in the boardroom. Great. That's why we tuned into Iron Fist.
Yeah.
We wanted to see him in the boardroom.
All right, Kurt, how do you rank him though? How do you rank the 5?
Boy, I think I'll probably give Daredevil #1, but only by a smaller margin against
I think you have
Jessica
to,
Jones.
Without Daredevil, the rest of it doesn't happen.
Jessica Jones would have happened anyway. But
okay.
Yeah. But Jessica Jones was so dark and so good. People forget David Tennant in that.
No, first season was amazing. Yeah. Second one was okay.
I couldn't believe they brought as much darkness to that they did, because in the comic book it was even worse, like really bad. So, and then Luke Cage. I mean, pretty obviously Luke Cage. Well, I got to give Luke Cage because that first season was so strong. And then Punisher, and then Iron Fist, and then then the Defenders, then Iron Fist.
Then Iron Fist, yeah. Random Kid says this is super long, but I'm here for it. So you know what that means?
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
You said it. But actually, I don't want to cut you off, because I was just messing with him. But obviously you're super stoked about Daredevil, and I think it's going to be the TV event of Marvel TV event of the year.
I think so.
Low bar
too.
Lately, though.
Well, no, come on, no. I'm not going to allow that. So here's the thing: what if, even though the last season wasn't as strong, was solid? X-Men 97, solid. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which just finished.
So
its
you're
first
saying
season.
the animation team knows what they're doing?
It counts because it's part of the MCU. It counts because it's part of the multiverse. So
I will rank the Guardians Christmas special over Iron Fist any day. Just say.
Guardians Christmas special, Werewolf by Night. They're all good.